What if I told you that a hybrid SUV exists right now? One that can travel over 900 miles on a single tank of fuel and a fully charged battery, costs a fraction of what a comparable European rival would run you, and comes wrapped in a design so sharp that heads turn before you even open the door. That's not science fiction. That's not some vaporware concept sitting behind velvet ropes at a motor show. That is the 2027 BYD Song Plus DMi. And by the time this video is over, you're going to understand exactly why the traditional automotive world should be genuinely worried. Welcome back to Auto Elite World. If you're new here, this is the channel where we go deeper than the brochure, further than the press release, and cut straight through the noise to give you the real story behind the world's most exciting vehicles. Today, we're going deep on a machine that is reshaping the global hybrid SUV conversation, the 2027 BYD Song Plus DMi. Buckle up, because this one is packed with surprises. Let's start with why this vehicle is suddenly commanding attention far beyond its home market. BYD, Build Your Dreams, has been operating in the background of Western automotive consciousness for years. Most American drivers knew the name, but not the product. That's changing fast. The Song Plus DMi platform has evolved through multiple generations, and with the 2027 iteration, BYD appears to have graduated from impressive budget alternative into genuine premium hybrid territory. The fifth-generation DM technology at the heart of this vehicle is not a minor update. It represents a fundamental rethinking of how a plug-in hybrid powertrain should operate. Fuel consumption figures that would have seemed impossible 5 years ago are now claimed realities. Combined electric and fuel ranges that stretch past the 1,500-kilometer mark in ideal conditions. An intelligent power management system that reads your driving behavior and adapts in real time. This isn't a company playing catch-up. This is a company lapping the field. And the 2027 Song Plus DMi is one of the clearest examples of that. Now let's talk about what you actually see when this thing rolls up. And let me tell you, the exterior design on this generation is a serious statement. BYD calls their design language ocean aesthetics, and on the Song Plus DMi, that philosophy is executed with a confidence that would have been hard to predict even 3 years ago. The front fascia has a presence that feels deliberate and forward-leaning. The signature double U-shaped suspension headlights, with their crystal-textured light belts, give the face an almost futuristic quality. There's depth and dimensionality here that you don't expect at this price point. When those lights illuminate in the evening, the visual effect is genuinely striking. This isn't budget lighting design. This is thoughtful, premium-tier execution. The body lines flow with purpose. There's a natural athleticism to the proportions. A wide stance, sculpted wheel arches, and a roofline that tapers cleanly toward the rear, without sacrificing headroom inside. The 19-inch alloy wheels are standard across the range, and their spoke design complements the overall dynamic theme beautifully. Out back, the clean wraparound taillights create a distinctive signature that stays in your memory long after the car drives past. It's cohesive, it's polished, and honestly, it looks like it should cost a lot more than it does. There's a version of this story where BYD's design team gets far more credit than it currently receives in North America, and the 2027 Song Plus DMi is Exhibit A. Step inside, and the first thing that hits you is how much space BYD has engineered into a compact to mid-size footprint. The cabin strategy is open, modern, and surprisingly refined. The centerpiece of the interior is a 15.6-inch rotating touchscreen, and that word rotating matters. You can orient the display vertically or horizontally, depending on whether you're navigating, streaming, or just want the screen to integrate more naturally with whatever task you're handling. It's a thoughtful feature that sounds gimmicky until you actually use it, and then you can't imagine going back. The digital instrument cluster sits clean and crisp ahead of the driver, and the overall dashboard architecture avoids the cluttered, button-heavy look that plagues many competitors at this tier. The seats themselves are designed with real intent. The front buckets are expected to offer heating, ventilation, and electric adjustment with memory settings, meaning you program your position once, and the car brings you back to it every time. The premium leather, or leather alternative, depending on trim, wraps surfaces that feel substantial, not hollow. Ambient lighting traces through the cabin with a subtlety that elevates the nighttime experience considerably. Rear passengers have generous legroom thanks to the long wheelbase, and thoughtful storage has been worked into the center console, door pockets, and underseat spaces. The panoramic sunroof floods the cabin with natural light and turns what might otherwise be an unremarkable journey into something genuinely enjoyable. Now, let's get into the technology, because this is where the 2027 Song Plus DMi starts pulling away from rivals in ways that genuinely matter. The infotainment brain running beneath that massive rotating screen is powered by a 6-nanometer processor chip, the kind of silicon you'd expect in a smartphone, now governing your vehicle's entire digital ecosystem. The result is a system that responds without lag, renders maps and media instantly, and handles multitasking without the hesitation you feel on lesser platforms. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are anticipated to be standard across configurations, addressing one of the more frequent criticisms leveled at earlier BYD models in international markets. The voice assistant integration goes beyond simple command recognition. The system is expected to feature intelligent ID recognition, meaning the vehicle can adapt its settings, driving modes, and even cabin preferences based on which driver it identifies behind the wheel. That kind of personalization used to be the exclusive territory of vehicles costing 3 times as much. The wireless charging pad handles your devices without you thinking about it, and the high-quality multi-speaker audio system fills the cabin with sound that genuinely justifies the word premium. This is a connected, intuitive, tech-forward environment, and for drivers who live inside their infotainment ecosystem, the 2027 Song Plus DMi delivers that experience with a fluency that surprises. But here's where it gets really interesting: the powertrain. The heart of the DMi is BYD's 5th-generation dual-mode intelligent hybrid system, and the numbers it produces deserve to be stated clearly. The 1.5-liter Atkinson cycle engine works in partnership with a permanent magnet synchronous electric motor to produce a combined output in the region of 234 kilowatts. That's approximately 314 horsepower by American standards. But raw horsepower is only part of the story here. The real genius is in how efficiently the system operates. Fuel consumption under charge depleting conditions is rated at around 3.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which, for context, translates
To roughly 60 miles per gallon equivalent. That figure isn't a typo. That is a legitimately extraordinary number for an SUV of this size and capability.
The battery configurations are expected to span 3 options: a 12.9 kilowatt-hour pack for urban-focused buyers, an 18.3 kilowatt-hour mid-range unit, and a flagship 26.6 kilowatt-hour battery that's anticipated to deliver a pure electric range of up to 160 kilometers, nearly 100 miles under CLTC conditions. For real-world American driving, that still likely translates to somewhere in the 70 to 85-mile all-electric window, which covers a significant portion of average daily driving with zero fuel consumption whatsoever. And when the battery is depleted, the system transitions to hybrid mode so seamlessly that the driver barely registers the shift. Total combined range in the top configuration is expected to reach approximately 1,500 kilometers, or just under 935 miles. Think about that the next time you pass a gas station, and your competitor's hybrid SUV driver is already pulling over. Fast charging capability is another element that elevates this vehicle above older generation PHEVs. Replenishing the battery from near empty to operational charge is expected to take around 17 minutes via DC fast charging, a number that makes range anxiety feel like an outdated concern. The eCVT transmission manages power delivery with a smoothness that matches or exceeds traditional automatic gearboxes, and the transition between pure electric, series hybrid, parallel hybrid, and direct engine drive modes happens invisibly and intelligently throughout your drive. So how does all of that translate when you're actually behind the wheel? The driving experience of the 2027 Song Plus DMi is best described as deceptively effortless. At low speeds and in city traffic, the electric motor handles propulsion silently and responsively, giving you that instant torque feel that EV drivers have come to expect. Throttle response is linear and intuitive, There's no hunting, no hesitation, just clean, composed acceleration. On the highway, the intelligent damping system, BYD's DISA C active suspension technology, is expected to be standard on higher trims, reading road surfaces in real time and adjusting damping forces to maintain a composed, planted ride. This is not a soft, wallowing family hauler. The Song Plus DMi is meant to feel structured and confident at speed, with steering that communicates enough road feel to engage the driver without becoming tiring on long journeys. The regenerative braking system is calibrated thoughtfully, avoiding the aggressive deceleration that can make some EV and hybrid platforms feel unnatural. You can modulate brake regen through steering paddle inputs on equipped variants, giving you more control over energy recovery based on traffic conditions. Noise, vibration, and harshness have also received serious attention. Sound-dampening glass and carefully engineered cabin insulation keep road and wind noise at bay, contributing to the premium acoustic environment that the interior design promises. This is a vehicle that understands quietness as a luxury and delivers it. On the safety front, the 2027 Song Plus DMi is anticipated to arrive with a comprehensive suite of active and passive systems that align it with segment leaders rather than budget alternatives. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, and a 360-degree camera system are all expected as part of the standard package. Higher trims are anticipated to feature BYD's DiPilot driver assistance technology, an evolving suite that encompasses intelligent highway driving, automated parking, and proactive hazard detection. The TBC, Tire Blowout Control System, is a notably advanced addition, managing vehicle stability automatically in the event of a sudden tire failure at speed, a scenario most driver assistance systems handle poorly. The 2027 Song Plus DMi appears to treat safety not as a feature category to check off, but as a foundational commitment built into every layer of the vehicle. Now, let's address the question that matters enormously for this vehicle's potential in global markets: pricing. The 2027 BYD Song Plus DMi is expected to carry a starting price in international markets that positions it firmly below the majority of its Japanese, Korean, and European competitors. Based on the trajectory of current generation pricing and BYD's stated strategy of aggressive value delivery, entry-level configurations could realistically start in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $25,000 in markets where import duties and regulations permit. Mid-range trims with expanded battery capacity and premium interior appointments are anticipated in the $26,000 to $30,000 range, while the flagship configuration, with maximum battery range, full DiPilot integration, and the complete feature suite, could land somewhere between $30,000 and $35,000. For a vehicle delivering this combination of efficiency, technology, and design, those figures represent a value proposition that established players in the hybrid SUV segment will find genuinely difficult to counter. That brings us to the competitive landscape. How does the 2027 BYD Song Plus DMi stack up against the vehicles it's coming for? The Toyota RAV4 Prime remains the benchmark PHEV SUV in the American market, respected for its reliability and brand trust, yet limited by its older infotainment architecture, a relatively modest electric-only range of around 42 miles, and an interior that prioritizes function over luxury. The Song Plus DMi is expected to offer roughly double the electric range, while delivering a significantly more advanced technology experience. The Ford Escape PHEV competes on accessibility and brand familiarity, but falls considerably short on both electric range and cabin tech sophistication. The Hyundai Tucson PHEV presents a stronger design and interior argument, but its combined range and fuel efficiency numbers are nowhere near the territory BYD is claiming. Even comparing the Song Plus DMi to the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, a vehicle that genuinely impressed the market on efficiency, BYD holds meaningful advantages on electric range, total combined range, and infotainment generation. The honest caveat here is that BYD's path into the American market faces real structural challenges: tariffs, regulatory hurdles, and the natural consumer skepticism that greets any new automotive brand. But in markets where the Song Plus DMi competes freely, those competitors are feeling the pressure.
So, what truly makes this vehicle special? Beyond any individual specification, the 2027 BYD Song Plus DMi represents something larger. It is proof that the premium hybrid SUV experience has been democratized. For the better part of a decade, owning a plug-in hybrid that was genuinely efficient, genuinely connected, and
Genuinely comfortable meant either accepting a massive price premium or compromising on at least one of those qualities. The Song Plus DMi erases that compromise. It is a vehicle where the powertrain engineers clearly challenged themselves to rewrite what fuel economy looks like, where the interior designers clearly pushed to match or surpass what European rivals were offering at twice the price, and where the software team clearly understood that modern buyers live inside their vehicle's digital ecosystems as much as they live inside the physical cabin. This is also a vehicle that points toward where BYD is going as a company. The fifth-generation DM platform is not a ceiling, it's a foundation. The features present in the 2027 Song Plus DMi are the building blocks of a more ambitious product strategy that will only accelerate. Watching this vehicle and understanding its architecture gives you a preview of what the entire BYD lineup is likely to become. Final verdict. The 2027 BYD Song Plus DMi is not just another entry in the global hybrid SUV sweepstakes. It is a statement. A clear, confident, technically serious statement that the boundaries of what's achievable at this price point have been fundamentally redrawn. The efficiency numbers are extraordinary. The technology integration is genuinely impressive. The design is compelling. The interior quality has clearly crossed a threshold that older perceptions of this brand simply don't account for anymore. There are question marks around market availability for American buyers, real-world validation of those remarkable efficiency claims, and the long-term ownership experience outside China. Those are legitimate areas to watch. But here is what is not in question. BYD built something special with this platform, and the 2027 Song Plus DMi is among the strongest expressions of it. If you're in a market where this vehicle is available, it deserves a serious look, not as a compromise over what you really wanted, but as an outright first choice. The hybrid SUV segment has a new standard setter, and the brands that have been comfortable at the top of this segment for years have every reason to be paying close attention. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest automotive innovations, make sure to subscribe to Auto Elite World, turn on notifications, and let us know in the comments what you think about this vehicle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.